And the Grammy goes to Bad Bunny, Debí tirar más fotos.
You see the raw emotion there from Bad Bunny. It was quite a moment at the Grammys last night. Bad Bunny's album, Debí tirar más fotos, is the first all-Spanish language album to win the Recording Academy's top prize of Album of the Year. And a University of Wisconsin professor collaborated with Bad Bunny and wanted to make sure the album highlighted Puerto Rican history. Joining us now is Yorel Melendez-Badillo. Good to see you again. I know you did a special story with us and our Diana Gutierrez last year for Hispanic Heritage Month. I got to ask you off the bat, did you watch the Grammys last night, and what did you make of that moment, seeing Bad Bunny win the top prize?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again. It's such a pleasure. I was thrilled. It's a celebration not only for me, it's for the Puerto Rican community, not only here in the States, but also in Puerto Rico. And it's also a celebration for the Latino community writ large in the U.S. and also all throughout Latin America. So it was definitely a celebration, and it was also a preview of what we're going to be seeing next weekend at the Super Bowl stage.
That's right. Bad Bunny is going to be on the halftime show at the Super Bowl. But for folks who are not familiar with the collaboration that you had with Bad Bunny, kind of take us back to the beginning. I know this started with a direct message, a message on social media.
Absolutely. I was on vacation with my family in Portugal, in Europe, and I had promised them that I was going to leave my computer behind because I'm a bit of a workaholic. And so I received a message via Instagram from someone in the Bad Bunny team asking me if I was interested in having a potential collaboration. I had just published a book called Puerto Rico National History, and Benito was aware of the book, the team was aware of the book, and so they invited me along to write 17 historical narratives that accompany the YouTube visualizers. Now, I didn't know what visualizers were. It's basically the ways that these artists monetize in the YouTube platform. And before, Benito had sort of a video on loop for his previous records, and now he wanted to incorporate Puerto Rican history to make it accessible. And little did I know that in a few months, they were going to have about 600 million views altogether, and that number keeps up rising. So for me, it was a dream. I became a scholar because I wanted to democratize access to knowledge, to take these knowledges out of the university and into communities, and Benito was on board with that. So I am truly grateful just to participate in this wonderful project.
And I think that's really important, especially when it comes to representation and reflecting and showing pride in your culture. What do you hope folks receive from this album in terms of the work that you helped put into it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that Benito wanted this record to be not only an homage and a tribute to Puerto Rican culture, but he also wanted to educate people about what Puerto Rican history is. I think that beyond those sort of imageries and images that we have of the Caribbean and Puerto Rico being a tropical paradise, Benito wanted to offer a nuanced picture of the beauty of Puerto Rico, but also the pain of some of the things that Puerto Ricans are going through. And so I think that using his platform, the biggest platform in the world, I must add, Benito wanted to sort of highlight the beauty of our culture, but also to showcase sort of a complex picture of what Puerto Ricanness is.
And I know you, while you were working on this project, you asked yourself the question, what would my grandparents say? I want to flip that to you now. Having reached this goal, reached this pinnacle, if you will, of your work helping contribute to a Grammy Award-winning project, what would your grandparents say?
I mean, my abuela is thrilled, and she's also a fan. She used to not be a fan of Bad Bunny, but this last record changed her, and I think that this is also the magic of this record. By paying homage to salsa, to plena, to aguinaldo, to bomba, and looking into those rhythms of Puerto Ricanness, Benito was able to also connect with various generations. And so my abuela is a fan. She sings the Bad Bunny songs, and so she's thrilled that I participated in this process. And I think that Benito is really like that primo or that cousin that made it. And you know, sometimes they might make mistakes, but we're always there to support him. And we saw ourselves in that stage last night when he received that award.
And we will see it again next week at halftime of the Super Bowl. Yorel Melendez-Badillo, thank you again for your time and your passion here on 12 News at 4. We'll see you later.
Thank you.